Let's try to answer the question here. We are in exercise 8, okay? So here it says, listen to an IT employee telling his new manager about his job. Here is the question. What do you think his job is? Okay, what do you think his job is? So if we go to the script, it says that he make a visit to some computers or to some offices to fix the problem. إنه بيقوم بزيارة بعض المكاتب لحل المشكلة. He said sometimes he can solve the problem by phone or by remote access programs. يعني ممكن يحلها عن طريق التليفون أو برامج التحكم عن بعد. So what do you think his job title is? شو بتتوقعي مسمى الوظيفي حيكون؟ Yes, he's a support technician. Okay. طبعا ممكن حد منكم يقول لي إنه هو help desk officer، إنه وظيفته help desk. He is not only help desk actually because he make the visit. هو شخص بيروح بيعمل زيارة للمكتب و try to fix the problem by himself. بيحاول إنه يحل المشكلة بنفسه. So he is a support technician، موظف دعم فني. Okay. موظف صيانة. Okay, not only a help desk. يعني هو مش شخص بس بتلقى المشكلة وبيحاول يعيد توجيهها، لا هو بيحل المشكلة بنفسه. Okay. Now let's go to number 9 here. It's for the same conversation لنفس الحوار. It says tick the things that usually happen. احنا حكينا في أشياء he said about it, or he described it like usually. Sometimes he said normally, hardly ever, from time to time, occasionally. Okay, so what are the things that are regular؟ يعني he did it regularly، يعني أشياء بيعملها بشكل منتظم. Let's say every day. Okay, or almost every day. يعني غالبا بتكون شبه يوميا. تمام. The first one, Robert check emails. What do you think? Yes, he check emails usually. He said usually. So yeah, that's one here is right. It's the thing that he usually did. Robert has emails waiting for him. I think yes, because he said here, he said about the emails, where is it? My emails, I usually have a few of them. I usually have a few of them. Okay, so let's go to the question. Robert has emails waiting for them. Yeah, he usually have emails. Yes, there are few, but he has emails waiting for him. Yeah, so the things that he did usually are the first one, he checked emails and he has emails waiting for him. Okay, Robert visit people at their desk? Yes, he said usually I visit people at their desk. What about the salespeople? Okay, is that task something that is regular, something that he did usually? Let's go back to the script to make sure. Okay, he said here, I normally try to visit people at their desk, but occasionally problems come in from salespeople while they are out visiting customers. So in this case, he's tried to call them on phone or by remote access. Okay, so this particular thing with the salesperson، هذا الشيء بالتحديد مع مشاكل موظفي المبيعات، the salesperson or the salespeople, it happens occasionally، يعني من فترة لفترة بمناسبات متباعدة جدا. Okay, في أوقات متباعدة. It's something not common. Okay, not very common. So it's not a regular thing. هو شيء مش منتظم ولا شيء he did it usually. Okay, so I will not take this one. fine. Sorry here. Oops. Okay. Number 5, Robert attends meeting and Robert visits other companies. Let's go to see what he said about them, about the meetings. He said, for the meetings, he said, from time to time, من وقت لآخر. So it's not a regular thing. It's not something that he did normally or generally. The same for visiting other companies. He said it's hardly ever. Here it says time to time. Okay. Where is it? Sorry. He said from time to time. And here he said I hardly ever. Okay. يعني شيء نادر الحدوث. تمام. So if we go back there. Number 5 and 6, I will not tick them. So the only things that we will put a mark here for number 1, 2, and 3. Okay, these are the things he did regularly. Okay. To make things more clear, حتى نخلي الأمور أوضح, let's solve exercise number 10 here. So we will try to, it says here, write these phrases in the correct place in the sentences in 9. يعني رح ناخد try to match ما بين نحاول نوفق أو نوصل ما بين الفريسز اللي موجودين عنا شو أقرب وصف إلها في list from 1 or the points from 1 to 6. For example, Robert check emails. Generally, hardly ever, or normally. What do we understand from the script before or the dialogue before? شو إحنا فهمنا من conversation. Robert check emails generally, and that's what he said at the beginning. So I will add number 1 here. Let's clear this screen. Yeah, just for a while. Just a second. Okay. So, yes. So Robert check emails generally, and this is number 1. Okay. Robert has emails waiting for him. Yes, and that's usually, right? What he said, what they said. Usually, he has emails waiting for him. Okay, number 3. Robert visit people at their desk. Do Robert go to the desk of people and visit them there? Yes, he did, but he said normally. Okay, normally, and this is number 3, right? Number 4, salespeople have problems. They have problems, but occasionally. يعني هم مش دائما عندهم مشاكل, but occasionally, وحكينا زي في المناسبات السعيدة. Okay. Number 5, Robert attends meeting from time to time. Yes, true. From time to time, he attends meeting or meetings. Robert visits other companies. Hardly ever. نادرا ما يحدث هذا الشيء. يعني زي قلنا بيصير مرة في العمر. Okay? Which is number 6 here. Okay? Good. Now let's move to the last exercise in this unit. Actually, it's not an exercise. It's just some notes here to focus on. Okay? عادة بكل unit أو بكل lesson بيكون في عنا box بنسميه the language box. Okay? هذا خاص باللغة. بيشرح لك قاعدة معينة, وإحنا مش مطالبين بكل قواعد اللغة الإنجليزية. هذه النقطة حابة أوضحها. بس مطالبين بالقواعد اللي بتكون قدامنا في اللانجويج بوكس, لأنه إحنا حكينا الهدف من هذا المساق هو technical, إنه نتعرف على مفردات ومصطلحات ومواضيع IT in English. Okay, not to focus on the language. لكن إحنا مش رح نهمل اللغة, إحنا حناخد اللي بيهمنا منها وبيساعدنا في الكتابة الصحيحة. So here to express frequency, حتى تعبري عن التكرار زي ما حكينا, إحنا بنستخدم عادة اللي هي phrases usually, sometimes, hardly ever, etc. وعادة these words normally go before the main verb. يعني بتيجي قبل الفعل. فبنقول normally visit. okay اجت قبل الفعل. بيعطيكي هون example. for example Zafia almost always checks. the word always which describe the frequency اللي هي بتعبر عن التكرار اجت قبل الverb checks. okay هون we are talking about this. Here is the verb checks and here is the frequency word always. okay the same is here. I have to call a support technician occasionally. okay let's read about this rule. Here it says some adverbs, okay, like sometimes, occasionally, can also go at the beginning or end of a sentence. يعني ممكن تبدأي فيها بداية الجملة أو نهايتها. يعني ممكن نقول occasionally I have to call a support technician. وممكن نحكي بالنهاية I have to call a support technician occasionally. the phrase says occasionally, normally, sometimes. لما نكون في عنا writing إما بتيجي بأول الجملة أو بآخرها. the time expressions, التعبيرات اللي بتوصف الوقت. okay once a week, from time to time, for example all the time. okay the same here, it comes either in the beginning or the end of the sentences. يعني إما بتيجي بأول الجملة أو آخرها. for example Paul takes training courses 2 or 3 times a year. زي ما هو حكى هون from time to time I visit companies, or from time to time I did something. okay or I visit companies from time to time. فإما بنحكيها أول الجملة أو آخر الجملة. That's it for lesson 1 in unit 1. وإن شاء الله بنلتقي بتسجيلات ودروس لاحقة. يعطيكم العافية.